If you're just starting out, getting client is probably one of the most important activity in your agency. Especially getting client for free is essential for your startup business. That's the difference between a 6-figure per month agency and a struggling business. Now in this video, I'm going to do something completely different here. I'm going to give away our free proven method when it comes to client acquisition that we still currently use for our agency until this day, and also helping a couple of other people getting results like this. Now if you're new here, my name is Vico Kang. We run a hybrid SaaS real estate marketing agency right here in Australia, and we have scaled up to 40k per month plus, and this is just our shameless way of giving back to the community and get you guys to like me. So keep in mind guys, we're gonna keep the timestamp of each of the lesson in the description so you can save this video to watch later and find the right lesson. So make sure that you guys give this a thumbs up and drop any question in the comment. I'll do my best to get back to you. And without further ado, let's get started. What's up guys, it's Vico Kang here. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about building your list. Now, if you actually know how to do this right, you would have unlimited lead. It's just the way it is, right? This is the beginning of lead generation, is by having a list that you can monetize, aka name, phone number, email, address, and other whatnot, right? If you know how to do this correctly, you would never run out of lead again, right? We're going to show you many possible ways. We're going to cover the list you own, we're going to cover the list you own, the list you borrow, the list you buy, the list you ask, and then funnel, profile funneling, right? So let's get started. We're going to start with the list you own. Now this is very basic, very simple one, but you cannot overlook it, okay? Because if you have an expensive wedding tomorrow and you try to invite as many guests as possible to cover the cost, who would you ask, right? You got to think about it this way, right? So look inside your contact list. Those are the lists you own: family, extended family, colleagues, friend, or network. Those are the people that you can ask for your wedding. The reason why I mentioned wedding in the question is because it's a personal thing. These people would have heard or seen you to be able to come to your wedding, to be able to care for your wedding, right? So these are the people that you can reach out to. Like I said, I covered this before. I like to use indirect ask, right? It could be a little bit awkward to ask them about business for some. So hey, do you know anyone who want to, and then insert your offer, right? Or your lead magnet, okay? Who want to get guarantee 60 appraisal, who want to get guarantee 60 teeth whitening client for free, something like that. Yeah, so that's what indirect ask is, okay? The list you borrow, we're going to move on really quickly here. The list you borrow is the people that you have connection with on a social media platform. Not necessarily social media, just on platform in general, right? So you're talking about LinkedIn connection, Facebook friend, IG follower. Now, the reason why, so hang on, messaging this group can be limited to each platform restriction limit. So you can message, Facebook, X amount of people in a day, and different from LinkedIn, different from X, different from Instagram, so, and different from TikTok. I don't even think you can message people on TikTok. So every platform have different rules. You just need to get back to that. So the content of the script is going to be covering in the next video, so look out for that, right? Which is the outreach scripts. They are the audience you borrow because they don't belong to you. The moment you break their rule and the platform banned you, which is happen all the time, you're gonna lose all of your friends. So make sure that you want to funnel them down to a list you own, right? So we're gonna show you how to do that in a sec. More interestingly is the list you buy. Now, it's really not that expensive. This is the one that I recommend, guys. Your Facebook network and all your thing, the list you buy is probably like the most easiest one, right? So there's two ways to do it. There's black market list and the white market list. We're going to go through that. A black market list is data mining. So you can go to Upwork or Fiverr, right? Or any freelancing website. Say, I'm looking for email, name, phone number for X in country. Sorry, let me just fix that. In country that doesn't have a website yet, right? So looking for real estate agent in America who doesn't have a website yet. I put a bracket on this one because it's optional. You can, you know, scrape or not scrape, include or not include that. That's up to you. 10K list minimum would be good to include postcode, city, and other information. So you put the job post for 10K, but mostly people will get you like less than that. So yeah, so you can include postcode and other information as well, depending on where they scrape it from. If they Craigslist and Yellow Page and all that stuff will have some information, but you can include a lot of stuff in there, or you could just really just make an effective post that describe what you need. Really, approximately would cost you $80 to $100 per 5,000 contacts. Right, that's the last time I checked it. It might change if you're watching this video, like in the future. Yeah, the last time I did it was a couple of years ago. So it was for, I can't remember. It's like it was really not that expensive. You're talking about like $100 under here. So really recommend that you go for a data mining from a method from Freelancer. Um, the other one is that you can subscribe to a software like D7, or you can go to GHL prospecting tool, right? Or you can go to any other software in the marketplace like Gorilla Lead. I see a lot of software like this that offering you like just straight up name, phone number of local businesses near you. You can also use GHL prospecting tool as well. Just go to the agency setting and just search hair salon in your city, and you can see they will generate report and all that stuff. They're more like reporting, they're more like generating report rather than get actual contacts. So but there's many other software in there. As long as you have the money and you're willing to pay, there's many other software out there, right? D7 is just a famous one. The other one is data mining DIY, right? Do it yourself. So you can go to Google. I'm going to show you how to do that. You can go, let's say I'm going to Google, I'm going to search Instagram.com, quote unquote, hair salon, Gmail. Probably not the USA, try that. Just without the USA. You can see here, and this is also work with TikTok or Twitter or X.com or Facebook.com. I tried it before. It's pretty much just make sure that your VPN is on. So you can see here I'm getting a lot of Thai business owner. I definitely don't want that. Definitely want to have yeah, I said make sure your VPN is on, right? And you can replace Instagram.com with TikTok.com and whatnot. So make sure that if you're not in the US, or if you want to scrape lead outside the country you're in, make sure that the VPN is reflective of that, okay? And then what you want to do is download this Chrome extension, right? This is the one I have right now. And what that does is it's actually quite easy to use. I think there's an instruction there. Just really download it and actually start scraping the page, right? And they actually give you an instruction here. Click here, and then just do a few things, and then you can actually scrape. So what the bot do is that it's gonna run through every businesses that listed on here and scrape all of their Gmail account, right? You can see here this Gmail account. This is their Gmail account. This is Instagram ID. This is the Gmail account. So that's gonna be your list and all that stuff, right? The software is free for like 500 in a month. If you do more than that, you have to pay them, right? I believe there's no affiliate link or anything like that. So just go out and play with it. The reason why I'm not going to show you how to actually do this, because there's so many other software scraping tools. Like you don't even have to use this one. There's so many ways. It's just most important part is that you use this code, right? So, Instagram.com, quote unquote niche that you want to go in, and quote unquote Gmail. I'm just going to take away the country. I don't think the country will give you a good result. So might as well use VPN to actually get the targeted country, right? So let's move on to buying a white label, white market list, right? So that is actually the best way to do it, and that's what we've been specializing on, is running paid ad to actually get people to opting in and get their agreement saying once they put their name, email in, and we have a checkbox saying you understand that you're going to be marketed to through SMS and email from our company. So this is the most proper way to do it, and we specialize on it. So it's just running paid ads through an irresistible offer, an irresistible lead magnet, right? So yeah, it's really just as simple as that. White market list is just running paid ad to it. So we'll be covering that. We will cover this in launching ad lesson, right? For God's sake, this autocorrect is killing me on the launching ad lesson. So now we're gonna go through the list you asked, right? So the thing here is that never assume anything. You need to be asking people everything, right? Never assume that they're gonna say no, they're gonna reject you. You need to ask to find out. So the list you ask is actually finding influencer, business, or organization, right? Organization who have your audience, right? For example, e.g., my audience is real estate agent. People who have my audience are the following, right? Admin of a Facebook group, so admin of a real estate Facebook group, mortgage broker. They deal with real estate agent all the time. Organization that train and graduate real estate agents. So those could be school that real estate agent go to, right? IG page that have real estate agent as follower, YouTube channel that have real estate agent as viewer, you know, more and more, so on and so on. It's just like, think of like many way that real estate agent, many organization or contents or influence, like a newspaper that cater specifically to real estate agent, or software that cater specifically to real estate agent, right? As long as there's no conflicts of interest, right? And the next thing you want to do is find the person who's in charge and create a win-win-win situation. Now I'm putting 3 win because there's a win for you, there's a win for them, and there's the win for the audience, right? Now this is an example, right, of creating a win-win-win. Is guarantee a risk. All right, so if your lead magnet is guarantee and risk reversal, it won't work in this scenario. You can't go to the big guy and just say, oh, I'm gonna do work for you and we're gonna guarantee you thing and thing. Like, they're not gonna take that. It come up too salesy, and it's just too much of a high stake for them, because they have, like, if they have 100,000 audience, and then they not gonna take your guarantee word for word, right? Yeah, so that's why the way to win these people is to make sure that you must have, like, you must offer genuine value and work up front. Alternatively, you can also pay them to promote your offer directly, right? So this is an example that I craft out. I will do work for you up front. If I get result, you will allow me to promote the same offer in the group. So this is one way that you put work up front. So you gotta, like, put work up front, either giving them free trial to the software, or free trial to the service, or free trial to something, right? If they like it, they will promise to promote you in the, like, they will allow you to promote in the group, right? I would do all the work with split 50-50, right? So it doesn't have to be like, a lot of work up front. If you have the testimonial, you have the thing, and you're willing to split 50-50, right? So or it's just straight up, I will promote you and pay X, right? So you don't need to do anything, they don't need to do anything. I would just pay them money, all right, and count it as advertising costs and write it off like as a business expense, and actually just pay them X, right? There's infinite amounts of scenario here and opportunities, so just be creative about it, right? So I guess if you're just starting out, my piece of advice is to do A, right? I should include that in there, right? If you're just starting out, just do A, because you actually need to actually gain their trust, and most likely you probably can't afford 50-50 revenue share. And even if you propose that, no one's gonna accept it, given that you don't even have testimonial, right? They're not gonna burn their audience for you, right? So do the work up front and have them do the work up front for them first individually, and just put all in, like, work and get result for them, right? So that's, I mean, like, generally the list you ask is more like an intermediate level. If you're just starting out, you can just start out with the list you buy and the list you own first, which led me to the next thing, right? So if you can't see this graph, I'm gonna, like, zoom in here and make sure I'm not blocking anything. The goal of profile funneling here is to actually is to increase the conversion from any other traffic source to the list you own. That's pretty much is that, right? Which is email, phone number, list, right? So this is the map. I just want to zoom out here and just showing you the map. So you got buy, ask, and borrow, the list you buy, ask, and borrow, and you want really funnel everything to a list you own, because alternatively that is more long term and that's more beneficial for you long term. Like, it's a long term game plan. So social, so that's the strategy. So how do we do that? We're gonna start there. We're gonna start with our social profile. Now each platform is different, right? One of the way you do it is just directly look at my profile, because my profile have been fully optimized in all platforms. You don't need to pay anyone to do this. It's super easy, guys. Like, really, just go into look at other competitor, like what other people is the same level of you is doing, right? Having a social and also using my social media profile as a benchmark, right? I guess I can spend time breaking this down for you. Let's just like spend some time break down a few elemental thing for you guys. So if you look at here and I go to view as if, right? View as, right? You can see here, have a clean profile photo. I'm always posting on my story so people know like this guy is a genuine person. Have a cover photo that doesn't block anything, and have call to action, and have exact like one sentence or one line of what I do, right? And like, and it have like a link, like call to action link, right? And with Facebook, it's like, every platform is different. You can pin one video, and I just pin my introduction video here, right, on Facebook. Okay, on Instagram is going to be different. I'm going to cover more on Facebook, Instagram, because that's what I use every day. Instagram, like you can see here, cover photo is the same. The name have blue check mark. I got my follow and all that stuff. I also get one line and just one link, one line and one link, and that link is not a Linktree link. I don't think Linktree will do any good there, because it's just really, you gotta have one thing for people to look at, right? So and with Instagram, you can save a story. You can have like result here, and you can have FAQ, you have story, and I have a little bit of personal stuff going on there, like fight art and dancing. Really, what you want to do is just that you want people to see, like when people open, it's like this guy is a real person, and he's been around for quite some time, and he's been helping people. And on the other hand, like like people know exactly what you do, and if they interested to find out more, they could just click on the link. They know what to do, right? That's why I said free link in the course, link in the bio, right? Sorry, free course link in the bio, right? So there's people know what you do, and then they know what to do if they're interested, right? And with Instagram, just take some time and save your story as highlight like this. Facebook doesn't work that way. One thing that I want to touch on, is I want to go to Canva, right, and actually show you guys how to actually get the cover photo and all that stuff, right? So show you about the tool that I'm using, right? I'm using Vesta. There's a lifetime version of it, right? So I was doing that. It's very similar to Canva in a way, but this one is really easy to do, right? So if I go to, it's create.vesta.com. I'm pulling Canva up because everyone know Canva. So I'm just going to, how do I even create a new page, right? I want to show you guys from scratch if I can. How do I actually create a new page in here? Let's go template. Just go home, and go to Instagram post, and we're gonna create everything from scratch, right? So we are going to take this one, right? It have to be somewhat professional photo. We're gonna take this one, right? Right, it's Instagram. And we want to click on remove background and just really wait for it. And then you want to go, in the meantime, you want to go to background, and you literally just pick color, and I would pick like bright color and stuff in there. It's really just that, right? And you know, as I stated here, right? PS, I'm only active on Facebook Messenger. So if you get access to all this link and try and message me somewhere else, I probably won't reply. So I just went through the breakdown. So hopefully that makes sense. The reason why we're doing this stuff, right? Because it make a huge difference, right? First of all, first rule: no shirtless, no shrunken, no outdated photo. You don't want to put a photo of you 10 years ago, guys. Come on. And you go to canva.com or you go to vista.create. Remove background, add bright color. This make a huge difference if you comment or like someone post, because if you actually get this, right? This is very scrapey one. If you get that, you have it in your Facebook, and you have like, I'm sure you see other people doing it. Like when someone comment or something, it makes you really want to click on their profile and look more, and then they will go to your they will go to your like your funnel, and then they will opt in, give their email, and they will become an audience that you own, right? So PS, you can use this in your email signature as well. So just making this creative is not just for the Facebook or Instagram profile, but you can also use it for your email as well. So your email signature as well. So keep that in mind. So what is the action list? The action list is to compile a list that you own into one master list. So if you have like, you know, like your contacts on an iPhone, and then you have it in your PC or whatever, just put it all together. So you have like one master list, and then you want to organize a list of group organization that you can ask for partnership proposal. Again, like just think of the organization and the people that have that have your audience. And you want to optimize your profile, and then you want to move on to next lesson, which we're going to teach you about the outreach scripts, what to say to those people, right? So yeah, hopefully that makes sense, and I'll see you. What's up guys, it's Rico Kang here. I'm super excited for today's lesson because this is what's gonna make or break your lead generation campaign, right? By having an effective script. I'm gonna show you multiple ways to do that, because let me get this straight. No amount of copy and paste script will work, right? Even if it work today, it will not work next month, because it will get fatigued, just like ad, right? So it's like putting the same ad on TV and again and again and expecting it to like increase your conversion. It doesn't work that way. If people see it too much, like they will get used to it, they will get numb with it. So you need to come up with many creative ways to fix, tweaks, and even change your script a little bit. And we're going to tell you how to do that. So in today's video, we are going to cover the actual script itself, right? The one that we use, the breakdown of those scripts, why it work, and using ChatGPT, the AI assistant, to actually help us with our outreach. And the VSL scripts, which is stand for video sales letter. This is a little bit advanced, so if you're just starting out, you probably don't need to do that, but we'll just show you anyway. We're gonna give you bonuses and action lists in this lesson, right? So just give you a little bit of proof here. We actually use this script until this day, and it's actually worked, right? Here are the proof, right? Appointment book on our calendar. So the script itself, there's two versions of it. We're gonna show you the first version, which is called the arrow message, which is a direct response. It's like when you're shooting an arrow, it's just straight hitting the point, like straight through the point, get to the point, right? The workflow of it is message, right? You message somebody, you're wanting them to reply yes. We're optimizing for yes, right? As long as we get yes, this is what we're optimizing for, which is what we're referring to as in our tracking sheet. We're referring to as a positive response. Then if they go into a phone call, then they go to a book call, right? So someone rang them up, which is you or your appointment setter, and then they schedule into your calendar. So the structure is that, hey name, we have an irresistible lead magnet. One more information, reply yes or no. This is what the arrow message means. Just straight to the point, yes or no, all right? So remember this, guy, when you're writing your scripts, people want fast, cheap, and easy. Direct response message is all about maximizing your response rate. So if your message come off easy, cheap, and fast, you will get a lot of yes. Just keep that in mind. So version 1, hey name, we're looking for an established insert niche who want another lead source. Another lead source, what we do is that we use AI to generate and qualify inbound lead, right? So all you have to do is take book call. The best part is you only pay if you get result. If you like more info, see how this works, reply yes or no, right? So let me just like, first of all, you need to replace this with hair salon, and you need to replace this with like, you know, their ideal work. So they just change this to dentist, and their ideal lead would be teeth construction, right? Like retainer and all that stuff, because those cost thousands of dollars. So you need to know to have one niche and have an ideal job for those niche, right? Ideal lead for those niche. For real estate agent, they're like, they want seller. So if I put real estate agent here, I would put seller here. If I put dentist here, I would put like retainer here. You know, teeth retainer, right? Or teeth whitening. If I put beauty clinic here, I would pick plastic surgery. The high ticket service that they want. You should know what they want, right? So let's go to a little bit of breakdown. So, so fast, cheap, and easy, right? So something fast. Let's start with something easy. So the best part is all you have to do is take book call. So that sounds really easy for them, and it's appear to their desired outcome. The best part is you only pay if you get results. So this is like more like on a cheap scale, right? You know, more like, all right, this completely risk free. We'll teach you how to frame that in the lead conversion and the lead nurture. But you want to be in the initial message, because they don't know you, and assuming this is for cold outreach, right? Cold outbound, assuming that they don't know you, you want to just like make as big of a claim as you can, as long as it's still quite true, as long as you can back that up in a sales frame and a sales call, which we're gonna help you do that. But this appeal both fast, cheaps. Fast mean like just reply yes and you get it straight away. That's mean fast. Pay if you only get result. That's also cheap, which means it's minimal risk for them. And all you have to do is take book calls. I mean, it's easy. So this message, just like 3 lines, appeal for that 3 desired outcome: fast, cheap, and easy, right? Variation 2 is just a similar thing to that. This is what I mean. You need to be coming up with new variation, right? We're looking for established insert niche in area who can take on 60 to 100 more ideal work, right? So, you know, gym membership or anything like that, anything that they want, all you have to do is take book call, which is easy, and just reply yes or no, which is fast, right? Best part is commission based, right? I just want to show you like different variation of it so you can come up with your own. We're going to tell you how to use AI to do that. Variation 3, sorry, we're looking for established niche to hand over 10 free appointment with ideal lead too. So all you have to do is take good care of them, right? Again, fast, cheap, and easy. We use AI to qualify, no string attached, which is cheap, right? There's no risk there, and reply yes or no, which is really fast, right? So, all right, now that you understand the breakdown, you understand the psychology of crafting this script, right? How are we going to use AI and ChatGPT to help us? I have got you covered, my friend. I come up with this list, right? This is the list that you want to take a copy, and it have ChatGPT prompt, and it asks them to give us 10 variation of the following email and direct response script, right? And we'll give them all the instruction, which also explaining the audience and the benefits and all that stuff. And what we do is that we'll give them I think 8 scripts, right? 8 script like that. Like, so, you know, like the script that I just write out, 8 script that we use in the past. And what ChatGPT do is it's gonna give you a lot of variation like that. So let's go ahead and do this, right? So we'll go to ChatGPT. I happen to have ChatGPT 4.0. So I'm gonna use that. Obviously 3.0, 3.5 still work, right? And we're gonna use this thing, right? We're going to go, we're gonna copy everything from here, go all the way down, right? And this is like silver plating it to you guys. All you have to do is just copy and paste, right? So I'm just going to Control C and then Control V here, right? So we're just gonna go right here, and ChatGPT, you know, it's just great 10 variation script 1, right? Script 1, hey there, you're looking to be B2B business, get appointment, our process is sugar simple, right? Reply yes or no, right? So obviously ChatGPT will give you like 10 different scripts. So like there's no excuse, guys. Like it's so much opportunity and so much possibility here. So you want to be testing out which one work better based on the response. And your friendly AI assistant is here to help you. So are we, right? So just keep the script. Obviously, we don't have to wait until it's finished, but you get the point, right? It's just going to generate you 10 more scripts based on the 8 script that we've given them, right? So let's get back to the lesson, right? No script will work for every niche. So that's why this video is not say this, copy and paste this, and your business will work. It's not about that. If like no course will teach you that. If they do, they probably don't know what they're doing. But no script will work. Even if a script work, it will stop working in time or at a time. So that means if it work right now, it might stop working in a week, in a month, or in a year or so. Or if it work right now, it might not work at the time you're watching it, which is a year from now or 2 years from now. So the future, the winner is always innovate and test. That's what I see in past result of my student. They're always creative and test and march forward first. Now let's get to the second variation, right? This is what we call the VSL method, right? The video sales letter method. And the workflow is very similar, right? We're gonna message them. We want to wait for a yes, and then we'll send them a video, and then they would ideally book a call. Like not everyone will book a call. We're gonna have some loose lead there. Let me just see if I can draw on here. We're not everyone gonna book a call, but what we can do is that we still phone them and we still get them to book the call. So it's pretty much very, very similar to this one. We still phone them either way, but there's just gonna be a lot less phoning to do because there's a video as a bridge, as a gap, as a bridge to connect the gap. So the structure here is that, hey name, we have an offer. I made a 2-minute video explaining the detail. Do you want me to send more information about it, right? So the only difference is instead of putting reply yes or no, right? Reply yes or no, we just put I made a video. Do you mind if I send it over, right? Do you mind if I send it over? Do you want me to send it over, right? Just like that, right? So let's just go through the breakdown. Nothing changed here except for the call to action, which is the ending. So instead of yes or no, yeah, I already mentioned that. The goal of this video is to build a rapport and pre-nurture the prospects before talking with you in person, right? If people see you, if people have got an email of you saying like reply yes or no, they don't know what you sound like. They don't know if you're local in Australia like them. They don't know if you like also Asian like them, right? If someone like I get a lot of response from Asian real estate agent, they say, all right, even if they're Chinese, they're not like the same race as me. There's sort of like a little bit rapport seeing someone that is from the same look, the same race like you, right? So if people can see, hear, and actually know you, see how you speak, they will trust you way, way more. Especially seeing your face being professionally in front of the camera like this, they will trust you way more than actually just reading a bunch of text in email or Instagram. Do you know what I mean? So the video also will explain process that you don't have to repeat. So the thing that I hate before I implementing this is that every time I'm on the phone, they always ask like, oh, how does this work, right? And I find myself, why am I like, I keep saying like, I'm having phone call 10 times, I have to repeat that 10 times. I could have just say the process on the video, which also demonstrating my value, right? So yeah, so the video could be custom personalized for each video, for each reply, like a website audit or social media campaign audit. So if your message said, hey, I just saw like a bunch of things you can improve on your social media campaign and your website. Do you want me to send a video over? In that case, you probably have to make a personalized video. So each video is going to be different, right? But at least the one that we do, we don't need to do that. You could just make the video one time and just keep sending it. But the one with personalized reply will actually get more response, right? So this is what the message look like. It's the same thing. We're looking for established insert niche to hand over 10 free appointment to see all you have 10 free appointment to hand it over to. So all you have to do is take good care of them. We use AI to pre-qualify and book them all day for you. The best part is there's no string attached, right? I made a 2-minute video explaining in detail. Do you want me to send it over, right? So one guy is doing it to me, right? And I think it's very clever. So we're both in the cold email. What are you doing cold email right now? I can set up a system to send 30, 60K email per month for free, no setup, free, no upfront, free, no retainer, pay per performance. I promise. You can sign at least one or more high ticket every day. May I send it over a 2-minute video on how it works? And I reply okay, and then he sent me a Loom video, right? So obviously, he didn't make me a personal one, but it's very clever, and just want to show you guys what other people is doing. So make sure that when you actually do this and when you get traction, you're going to get DM from people like this all the time. Open the code DM, open code email, see how other people are doing it, right? So his message obviously appear with fast, cheap, and easy with no upfront, no retainer. And even the 2-minute appear in the fast sections. 2 minutes really fast, right? So you can get to it in 2 minutes, right? Again, his video was not 2 minutes. His video was 7 minutes. I watched it all the way, and it's 2 minutes. It's just a figure of speech here, right? So let's get to the script. So first, you want to be addressing the niche, right? So real estate agent in New Zealand or Australia. So or whatever niche that you're targeting, just want to address that first, and you want to get specific as possible, like in Australia, New Zealand, or in New South Wales, in Sydney or something like that. Give me until the time this timer run out. I'll show you how to help ABC get XYZ result, and 1, 2, 3 get 4, 5, 6 result, right? Just upfront, like front load your testimonial or your professionalism. Like the next thing that they want, once you get their attention, the next thing that they want to know is that why should I listen to you, right? So if you don't have any testimonial, you could just say something like your experience, like, look, I talk with like 100 of business owner like you. So like those are quantified number that show your experience. Look, I went to University of Ohio and I finished 4 years of business degree, right? So it's something along that line. If you don't have testimonial, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. And the best part is it's risk reversal, right? So you can say, I help this guy get A, B, C, and the best part is, right, there's no string attached. The best part is you don't have to pay until you get result. The best part is it's 100% satisfaction guarantee. Something along that line, and then you will help them with the logical bridge. We'll go over to that in our core offer creation with the logical bridge, but pretty much you need to explain to them, right, how does the whole thing work? Like you're making this big claim, like guarantee getting them X amount of lead, X amount of sell. How does it work? Like you're gonna have 1, 2, 3 step, right? So yeah, so you're gonna go ahead and explain that, and we're gonna cover that in our sales conversion, which is the pitch creation, and you're gonna be using that in a sales call anyway. So once you create it, and a lot of people, and you pitch it to a lot of people, and you get people saying yes, this is where you actually put it in the video, right? So, and then after that, you want to be finished with a call to action, right? Make sure that people have incentive to take action, right? That's the outro, really. Finish with an outro. So, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can playing with frame, good if you have a lot of testimonial or result. Saying now, if you know, like you know everything, right? I just show you the step 1, step 2, and step 3. Now you know everything. You can choose to do everything yourself, no hard feeling, or work with an expert who already have done it, right? Who already have done it, right? Or you can play with scarcity, right? Look, so obviously we can't offer this forever for long to everyone, so we're closing this up after 5 agents is on board, after 10 agents is on board. So be quick. So you can use that. It's good if you have a free trial or trial. So it's like you're offering free services to say, like, we can't offering that to everyone. or you can just do that with a bonus, right? Good if you have a lot of knowledge and resource. So for the next 5 people who take action in the next 48 hours, I will do something that I have never done before. You're gonna get access to yada yada yada. On top of that, you get yada yada. But here's the crazy part: you also get yada yada, right? So there's a couple of ways you can get people to take action at the end. We try all of it, guys. So really, it worked. Like honestly, all of them will work. Just have a good logical bridge and a good hook. That's what I would say. Let's get to the bonus, right? This is for people who actually struggling to make video when they're just starting out, right? So we want to give you our result, right, folder. So if you click on, let's say, real estate agent seller, you can use. Now remember how I said if you don't have result, you have to tell about your experience. Like if I have 4 years in schools about business degree and all that stuff, we're giving you this so that you want, like ideally you want to have result instead of other thing, right? So we're giving you result. You can just use this and share your screen and show, look, this is the result we get for real estate agent, right? We also have solar and jewelry, buyer and seller for real estate agent, right? Those are results that we screenshot. Just keep in mind for the date, you don't want to be showing people screenshot from 2020 or 2019. Just make sure that the date is there. I actually show you when I first start, right? This is a bunch of video that I did, and all I did is I just, like, this is before I have any testimonial. All I did is just I show them the result that we get for our client. You can watch all this video.
Hey guys, if you want,
Yep. So you can watch this video at your own time. The link is there. But pretty much, I didn't have any testimonial. I just used screenshot of lead that I get for my client at the time, and there was like only one guy there. So yeah, just like now, even if you don't have client, you have zero, you can just use the screenshot and just do this version when I first started, right? This is the more mature VSL, right? You can just watch that at your own time. This is where I actually have a lot of editing on it and actually explain, like, there's more copywriting. It's private owner. I'll probably fix the link later, guys. But like, there's a link in Google Docs. Like, it's more video editing and more animation and more visual on this VSL. So make sure you check that out. It's give you a framework on how to shoot it. Anyway, so you want to see the trend, right? Each of the video is getting better the more I do it. So this, yeah, I think there's a timestamp attached to it, but like this VSL of 2020, you also can see VSL that is at 2022 and 2023. You can see it's increasingly getting better each time because I do it more and more. It's repetition, right? So let's get to work, right? Normally, if you want to use, you can use loom.com and use PowerPoint, Slide, or Google Docs. Just the way I'm recording this video, I'm demonstrating a point and teaching you a point. So you want to do that, but way more quickly and with less detail, right? Because if you give them the detail, they wouldn't book a call with you. If you give too much detail, they would not book a call with you. Please don't do that, right? And if you want to have a page that hosts this video, you obviously don't need to. You could just send them a Loom link, just like that guy did, like the screenshot guy. But if you want to host a video and run paid traffic to it, right, we have all of the website and all of the template ready for a VSL, right? So make sure you check out our lead to actually get access to that. So bonus number 2, guys, is I want to give you our lead follow-up scripts. Now, when you send outreach or cold email to somebody, they may not reply on the first go, right? So you, depending on what software you use, you can just set a second email follow-up or third email follow-up. This is what I like to use, and it worked really well for us. Say, let me know once you enroll, or maybe once you book. Change that to once you book or enroll. Once you book, right? So I can send you all the bonus. And then people are like, oh, what's bonus? Then they reply, like, what's bonus, right? Remember, you're optimizing for reply. You optimize for response. So that's actually get them to actually reply to you. And then if they still not booked, just call them, right? Remember our workflow, right? And then say, hey, his name, Vico asked me, yeah, this is more like appealing as my virtual assistant. haven't seen you in an onboarding call, can't wait to give you all the bonuses during the call. So are you coming, right? And number 3, you could just show them a screenshot of result, right? Right, like this guy's make X amount of money from my program. Hey, how you been? And then have like little emoji, and then you have a GIF, you know, a little GIF, depending on where you follow up people on. Obviously, you can't do that. I don't think you can send a GIF on email, but more like Instagram and all that stuff, right? You can send a GIF of like sad, crying face and all that stuff, and then have first name question mark. So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is like 7 follow up already. This is our bonus to you as of the follow up script. So your action list is to decide whether you want to do direct response or VSL message. So you need to pick one. I don't recommend doing both of them at the same time. You need to craft your outreach message, and if you need a one-on-one help, I'll be here to help you. So make sure you book the call, and let's talk, right? First thing you do is you go to the search, right? And you want to write your niche and the city, right? So we the word that I searched before this video is Melbourne real estate agent, right? So you want to write the city and the niche, right? So you can write California dentist, right? Or you can write Texas chiropractor, right? So you can test having the name in the front and then the city in the back, or the city at the back with the niche name in the front, right? But we're just going to go ahead with Melbourne real estate agent, right? Pre-written, and you can go to tags and accounts and place, right? That's probably like the most 3 popular place that you want to go to: tag, place, and account. I find that account get the most result, right? Okay, and the best thing about Instagram is that once you actually go to an account, and first thing you do is obviously like follow them, and it add a recommendation, and it just do all of the work for you, which is like fantastic, right? So it do all of the work for you. So you can just, all of this lead is actually your lead is most likely similar to what you search for. Okay, so like these guys for sure real estate agent. Okay, so the first thing you do is that you come to the profile and you want to like the first the first 4 picture of the most recent 4 posts that they have, right? So you're gonna go start with 1, right? Come here like 2, come here like 3, come here and like 4. And on the 4th picture, you want to be checking, right? Just send you a message, right? Please check your inbox. Okay, you want to be commenting on the 4th post. So what happened is that once this person opened their Instagram account, they got like 4 or 5 notifications just from one account, right? And that make them really curious on what that's about. So they got like 4 likes from you and 1 comment in their 4 posts, right? And then you want to go ahead and message, right? The strategy to message them about this is like just like Facebook and LinkedIn. If they don't follow you, they're not going to be able to see your message. So it's crucial that you actually go ahead and just do what I just mentioned, like the profile and comment on the 4th post, right? So that will get their attention to check their spam inbox. Okay, you should mention spam inbox also. And on this one, you should leave a voice note, right, instead of like write a message. Okay, so the strategy behind that is it's very strategic, right? With a voice note is now they're forced to open it because it's just like what they see is just a voice note length, right? So they have to force themselves to press play, and then they can hear an actual human. Now, if you want to do that at scale, you want to actually have a generic voice note. So instead of saying like, "Hey Robert," I would just say, "Hey mate," or "Hey brother," or actually brother wouldn't work for like a female one. So I would just say something that originate. I say, "Hey there," or "Hi there," and then after that, after you have that voice note, you can just forward and forward and forward and forward and forward. So you want to leave a voice note in a way that get them replying to you, right? And this is part of our actually the whole messaging and the whole offer thing. Having the right message and having the right offer at this stage is very crucial. Okay, so if you actually want our scripts in terms of doing that, we actually have a training video about that. I will leave the link about now
right? So if you click on the next video that I'm just linking now, but watch this till the end so it doesn't hurt the algorithm. But we'll make sure to leave a link to our script training video, right? Anyway, so the script will be like, hey mate, just saw your Instagram profile, really nice looking profile there. Just wondering if you do appraisal and listing inquiry, right? So without like dragging this video too long, it's a psychology and explanation onto how the script is work. Again, the video is gonna be up there, right? Make sure you watch that video. But instead of just DM them or texting them, we just translate that to a voice note. Now they force to open it, and the message is so enticing, they will have to be replying to that. And that's it. After that, it's a matter of just booking the call and actually take them through your sales process. Okay, guys, if you like this video, make sure that you leave a like, leave a comment, say that it's going to be helpful for you. It's really going to be appreciate helping our small growing channel. And if you have any questions, leave it in the comment, and we'll look forward to connecting with you on Facebook or Instagram like this. But I'm mostly active on Facebook. Anyway, we'll see you on the next one.
What up guys, it's Viko Kang here. In today's video, we're going to cover the free method for Facebook prospecting. Now this is something that I personally used when I was just starting out. We don't really use it this much right now at this time of our agency, but it's really good for beginner because it's free. And there's so much potential when it comes to Facebook just because they have Facebook groups and all that stuff, right? This is one of the things that TikTok doesn't have, that Instagram doesn't have, right? LinkedIn have its own group, but it's not really the same. So we're gonna cover the targeting, two-step posts, and group collaboration, right? And this is probably one of the advanced one, which allow you to leverage a lot of factor, because if you get this right, you actually can get access to 10,000 or 20,000 warm lead, right? So we're going to start off with the first one, right? The targeting. So first you want to make sure that your VPN is on, right? Because what we're going to do is that we're going to search chiropractor in Sydney, right? And if you're a virtual assistant or you're actually not in that location where you want to find people, it can be troubling because Facebook will show you local businesses that is in your actual area, right? So we personally use ExpressVPN. It's a paid service, and I'll turn it on to Sydney, Australia, if I want to target real estate agent in Sydney, right? And I'm just gonna go on Facebook and refresh that. Just want to make sure, the VPN actually started to kick in, and it showed that my location is actually in Sydney, right? This is really good for virtual assistant or anyone that doing it for your employer, right? And by the way, before we get into it, I want to show you, like, this is really real-time example here. I'm just posting a story of me working out here. When you actually do Facebook prospecting like this, you want to be posting personal stuff, right? You walking your dog, you working out, you with your mom, you with your dad. Now, it's just that you want to post some business content like I do, right? And then post a little bit of you eating out with your friend, all that stuff, and like a little bit like this is just my personal journey of how I recover from my knee injury. But like you want to, like when you're actually reaching out to people, the first thing that they do, they will check into your profile. We'll actually cover this in profile funneling, but I'll just go through it again. They check in your profile, see if this guy is real, this guy is legit, and this guy is an actual person. So first of all, yeah, you shouldn't have your logo on your profile. You should have a real actual person. And if someone said, look, I'm a private person, I don't want to show people my stuff, I don't want to show people my life and my family and my friend, well, like grow the fuck up, right? In reality, if you want to make money and you want to make this work, you gotta look like a real person. And why would anyone be willing to pay them? Why would be anyone willing to get on a call with you, let alone being willing to pay you, given that you so close up and you're not willing to share your personal life, right? Why would? Because they need to share their card information with you. They need to share their trust with you. You're asking trust and information from them. You need to actually open up and give back. That's how the world works, guys. It's a two-way street. The more you give, the more you get back. Just it. If you like shy or anything like that, you just have to get out of it. Like no one care. There's like a billion Facebook profile, right? So we're gonna search real estate agents. Real estate agent in Sydney. We can do Australia, but Sydney would be more targeting. And one thing I want to go through is there's actually 5 things that you can go through. You can go through people, page, groups, place, and events, right? And these are all of your hot lead, right? So we're gonna start off with people, right? And you can see here, I've been I have 5,000 friends. I'm friend literally with most of them, just because, like I said, I do this before, right? I'm friend with most of the search results. So you want to come in here and add. Now, the trick is that real estate agent, they're very connected, right? The more mutual friend that I have, the more likely I will get accepted. So it's really going to be a snowball effect. If you like have 5K friends and most of your friends real estate agent, of course they're going to accept your friend request, right? And these are your lead, right? And you can filter them based on city as well, or anywhere, education and workplace. It's pretty much like quite targeting, you know. I'm friend with them, and once they accept your request, you can go ahead and send the message. Now, when you actually request, right, you don't even need to wait. You can just send a message, just like the Instagram strategy, right? If you want to send, let's say Peter talks here. I actually know this guy. You know, you don't have to like wait for them. You can just say, hey, right, hey. And if you want them to respond, yeah, I think Facebook blocked me right now for doing that. If you're doing too much, right, Facebook will like jam you on that. If you want them to if you want to get their attention, you just like, hey, you know, check your request, right? I'll just request inbox. I got something there for ya. So again, we'll make it like a real people, like saying yeah instead of you. If you want to get their attention, you just like multiple of their posts, right? You don't really have to wait for them to accept. Really, I personally do that, but just to be safe, you can wait, right? So you can see here, I'm friend with most of them. The next thing we'll go to is page. Now this is not people, right? And you don't need you don't need for them to accept your friend request or anything. You can just follow, and actually just go ahead and message them with your outreach message that we cover on the last lesson, right? So just like go ahead and message them. You also can target them as well. You can see right here. Next thing is groups. Now this is like the big one because group is huge, right? You can see here each one of them have thousands and thousands of members, all up millions, right? All up millions of potential people that you can talk to about your services or your offer, right? See, real estate agent, real estate for sales. I'm sure real estate agent would be on here. The same thing, you would just click join, and if they have some sort of question asking you, are you a real estate agent? I just give them that white lie that's saying, yes, I am a real estate agent. And most of them, they don't really read the answer anyway. You know, property rental, small group like this, even like public group, I don't really bother. I'm really going for the big group, right? 20K, 10K, 5K, right? Real estate Queensland, this is probably like the most ideal one. I mean, like we obviously covered this in the building the list here. If you go and you get accepted, these are going to be your primary lead, right? You can just go here and add them as friend, and they're more hyper targeting. Add them as friend, same thing, and you can message them, like their post, and get their attention, right? I actually know some of these guys because I talk with so much real estate agent in Australia. Next thing is place. Place is similar to page. You know, we're just gonna go back here. Place is very similar to page. You can see business here. It's literally really very, very similar to page. You can see here, you can follow them and you can message them. Oops, this one is a bot. You have to get started. I think Facebook is definitely banned me at the moment. Couldn't stand. And then the other one, the last one is that you can go with event, right? Event is this, right? And this is a little bit controversial, right? It's depending on niche. You know, some niche like real estate agent probably doesn't have too much an event, but if you in a net, like if you're in a niche, you could see the networking event that you can go in physically, you know, like drive your car and go in physically. But event is one way to actually get your lead as well. As you can see here, real estate agent in Sydney doesn't have much event that we have to go off with, but that's depend on location, industry, niche, and people. So definitely don't get distracted by Facebook just like that. It's always giving you notification. Just make sure that when you come in here, that's your intention, you should focus on prospecting, right? So there's not much to go in with events. You can filter with popular, friend, online event, paid event, all that stuff. But that's what I normally use to mostly getting lead from them and make contact. So that is Facebook prospecting when it comes to targeting, right? And again, snowball effects, just keep doing it until you get to 5K friends like me here. And would be very unlikely for people not to listen to you now that you actually have follower and you verify with Meta as well, and you got 5K friends, right? So yeah, my friend here, yeah, nearly 5K, right? So the next one is what we're doing, a two-step post. Now, if you never heard of it before, people might call it a different name, but I'm sure you as hell that you've seen it before, right? This is the greatest way to test your lead magnet before launching an ad. So when you craft your lead magnets and all that stuff, right, giving people a free trial, a free website, or a guarantee of some sort, you don't know if it's gonna work. And the one way to actually do that is to go out to ad to Facebook and pay them money and pay Facebook money and let Facebook give you the feedback. But if you do it organically, like a content wise, you don't need to actually pay money to do it, right? So I just make a 7-minute showing how to. I'm looking for XYZ. Just comment in below and I'll send it over. I'm sure you've seen posts like this all the time on Facebook if you're actually active on Facebook, right? This is actually exclusively on Facebook. I never seen it on TikTok. I never seen it on LinkedIn. It's very, very common on Facebook. It's like really a Facebook thing here. So don't get discouraged if your post doesn't get engagement. You just test your lead magnet for free. So if your post doesn't get engagement, that means you probably like your lead magnet is not that good, right? I'm sorry to say it, but probably it's not that good, and you actually can test it for free, right? You don't have to spend money to actually to get the result saying it's not good, right? No one can have good lead magnet all the time, right? Even Apple and Amazon, they fail all the time with every time that they try the test, right? So for this to work, you actually have to have at least 2K friends, right? Full of your niche, so start adding, right? So if your post doesn't get engagement and you only got like 2 friends, well, that's a different story, right? Please don't take this out of context. Don't worry about your real life family or friends. So if you post a lot, you know, if you have friend like me, you know, around in your actual Facebook, just know that they are not the one paying your bill, right? You need to be posting, you need to be adding, you need to be posting video if you want to get good at this. And it's also a skill set that you will grow. It's a muscle that you actually grow over time as well, right? So this is just example, guys. I'm just gonna give you like some zoom in here. So this is like my friend here. She just, you know, it doesn't have to be like creative copywriting or anything like that. Just did a full YouTube video showing how to build a gorgeous landing page from scratch, step by step. Who want to see it? I bet you she's selling her software. Like she's either selling ClickFunnels or GoHighLevel, right? Because she will make a tutorial video on how to do that. You can see here there's 122 comments in like 11 hours, less than a day, less than 24 hours. She got like 100 comments plus, right? Now you can see here, this is an old post of mine, 479 comments, right? And this is another old post. I think I have a couple more, but I'm only, you know, have the opportunity to actually scroll back and look at this too. This is like 700, right? So, and like, you know, like this one just says, seriously, if you haven't watched our free training of how we book 50 to 100 appointments per week, you're freaking missing out. It's a YouTube video. There's no opt-in or anything. So I'm just sending them YouTube video. This one, just wondering if you haven't got your hand on our LinkedIn SOP, you probably can. Yeah, I think you can see that. I think you can see that. And then, yeah, I'm just giving people my SOP. And we've got like a lot of people saying yes to it. Right, so come back to original site. So yeah, like that is the two-step post. Just try. There's no right and wrong, right? If it get engagement, it's right. If it doesn't get engagement, it's also right. But in a way that you know that not to do it in the future with paid ad, right? So the other one is what we call the group collaboration. We went over this on the other lesson quite a bit, but I want to go over it again in a little bit more detail. So number one, you want to join a high potential groups. You want to engage and provide value in the community and befriend one of the admin. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. I'm going to go to another one of the real estate groups that I'm in, right? And I'm going to go to groups. And I'm going to go, right, this one's like 300K, but it's public. I'm looking private, anything that is private is normally more, like more better, like private group is more better. So I'm just going here, I'm gonna like the post. I say like, I read it like I'm looking for solar, if someone just posts something, I just keep it up, like, good job, bro. I'll just like engage with them, tell me, and I'm just like try to engage, and maybe I make some posts as well that give value to the groups, how I generate lead on Facebook. But most importantly, once I do that and people start to see my face a lot, which is one of the things why you have the purple profile, so like your profile is appealing, you want to be like really befriend one of the group admin, but in this case it's just pages for some reason. Right, admin, right? I know this person personally. She's really famous. So I'm just gonna like her post and I'm gonna send her a message. And this is what we actually gonna do, right? So there's three ways we're gonna go about it. Actually more way, but like this is the three suggested way. We want to offer free value up front. So if I have a free trial, free website, free any thought, I said, hey, we're pushing out something at the moment. We want to give it for free to the group to provide value. In fact, I have done some sample for you. Would you be open for something like this, right? You need to really craft this personally. I mean, this is more advanced, really, guys. If you don't have testimonial and you like brand new, I don't think like the admin will even like consider this offer because they really value. Yeah, this is her. They actually really value like they really protective of their member, if that makes sense. So if you give them everything for free and you have like no testimonial and like you're just starting like yesterday, like they probably say no to you either way. So just wait until you got like a couple of testimonial. This is would work for a smaller group. You're just offering a revenue share 50-50 or just pay them directly to promote, right? I'll give you a little bit of scripts here. Number one, just go, hey, are you the best admin to do some collaboration for XYZ groups, right? Until you get a yes, and then say, cool, and then you actually pitch your offer with the group collaboration, either using one or two or three of this thing that I mentioned, right? There's no word-of-word scripts. You just have to craft your own offer. It's just like the lead magnet as well. Like craft your own lead magnet that make it appealing for the group admin and creating that win-win-win situation. Win for you, win for them, and win for the member, right? This is more advanced, like I said, but I just want to put that in because it's part of Facebook as well, because it's the Facebook group thing. Anyway, this is for Facebook prospecting for the free method, and I'll see you on the next one.
Hey guys, welcome to this training, how we can book an appointment using a Facebook Messenger outreach to a phone call. So technically, if you have an appointment set up, I can reply back here, all right, how is Friday 1 a.m. and book an appointment without having to call him. Now that is the easy route, but then the lead quality is a bit low. So I'm going to be calling him myself and qualifying him, just show you on the training. We'll follow the exact same script in the training. You can see there, can't really quite small here, but look, pretty sure you can read if you zoom in your screen a bit. I can't zoom in, but let me just show you I want to actually show you the contact message, but this is him. We just follow the same script. Can I speak to an agent? We log your property. We do this, blah, blah, blah. And we showed out a few results and it said, call me anytime. Okay. So what we want to do is call him, and whether I book an appointment with him or not, that's not important, right? What's important is you listening to my tone. You're listening to my positioning. You're positioning as a partner. And my tone is as someone who already know him, already spoke to him. In fact, I actually never spoke to him. We spoke on Facebook, but pretty much it's a warm call at this stage. So it's a warm call because we've done the work up front. So this is not a cold call anymore, right? So I would advise that you open the script up and listening how I follow that script. But I'm going to be changing a few things, so I'm not really following the script. I'm always trying to innovate and change to a different angle. And yeah, let me call him up and listening to the tone and the position of the call, all right? 072 109.
Good afternoon, and speaking.
Andy, how you been? It's Vico. You been good up there?
Vico?
Yeah, Vico, come.
Oh, yeah, Vico. Oh, yes, we just back and forth on the message.
Yeah. Very good, very good. How you been yourself, man?
Yeah, very good, thanks, Vico.
Yeah.
Nice get to know you.
Yeah. I appreciate you taking the time out and have a quick chat.
That's all right. Yeah. Where are you based, Vico?
Based in Adelaide, man. North Adelaide, Prospect. Yeah. Well, same. But Andy, do I catch you a good time, man? You got maybe 10, 15 minutes for a quick chat?
I'm just about to head out to an appointment.
Yeah.
But can I make a time with you so we can sit down and talk properly?
Yeah, I mean, like, how long you got now? It's just maybe a 5-10 minute call. How long you got now?
Yeah, because I'm just about to go on an appraisal and just getting all my, my paperwork and everything ready.
Yeah, no worry, man. Look, I'm fully booked tomorrow, fully flat out tomorrow. How is Friday?
Hey, 5 minutes? Just all right.
How is Thursday and Friday look for you?
Friday. But just let me do this to print this one out first. All right, we can chat now and talk. Let's get everything ready.
No, that's okay. We'll tee up a proper time, and I'll send you some email,
Okay.
as well.
How about Thursday?
Thursday, I got afternoon at 2 o'clock.
Yep, Thursday afternoon, 2 o'clock.
Yep, we can do that.
That's good. Yeah.
Right.
I can book
Can,
that in.
can I send you an invite and some more information on ndn@propertypeople.com.au?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
All right, well, we'll see you then, man.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, thanks, man. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
So, definitely did not qualify him at all because you don't have permission to talk. If you don't have permission to talk, you don't have permission to qualify. But you can see that was easy as I literally, so that's the same quality as if I message him and I said, it's Friday, 1 o'clock, good. So I would message him, if I type in, it's Friday, 1 o'clock, okay. And then we could have booked through a messenger, but that call is just to really, really warm up him and get him permission to do a lot more things. So I will book the appointment. I will show you how it booked again because this is important. So he in Adelaide. So you want to be knowing, like, where the heck is everyone is, He's in Adelaide, so he's in the same city, so there's no point changing time zone. So we said Thursday 2 p.m. And shit, we don't even get his full name. Let's see. Alright, here we can get more information in this link. So it's always good to know your way around how to do research with people. So Andy, you in, right? And email would be here. From here on out, just copy and paste, guys. Website, I would put this one in. And organization, and the 21st century. 21st century, 21. phone number. Yes. Lead source. If Loom link rating, I would say, because I didn't qualify her, I would just say 6. He does sound friendly though. Friendly and receptive. We want to lay that out. And I would just put the whole conversation from here. As a note, put one Rico, and I will finish this call, and I will put that video right there.
What up, champ? It's Vico Kang here. In today's video, we're going to talk about lead qualification process using the phone. It's very powerful because it's free. Everyone have a phone, and I'm sure as hell it's going to be very beneficial to you. The meaning of this is getting the right people in the sales process, right? This is why this process is here called lead qualification, right? And we're going to outline the qualification process on the phone. Right, there's many ways to do it aside from the phone, like funnel, webinar, form, surveys, all that stuff. But we're gonna focus on the phone, and we're gonna talk about the cold calling process, because cold call is one of those outreach channels that you can integrate lead qualification inside your scripts, right, as well. So, and you can't do that with outreach like LinkedIn's or cold email. But cold call, I want to explain that in a second. You can go directly to a book call, right? We're going to talk about the appointment booking frameworks and scripts, and we're going to talk about the system, okay? So right now, let's start off with the system. So if you've been setting up the system like what we told you in the course, right, following the step-by-step course so far and following the roadmap, this is what you got so far, right? You either got the first option or the second option. Now the first option is for people who want to do cold call, right? So hopefully you guys can see that. If you cold call, like I said, you can directly get them into the book call and get them to the sales call. It's very effective. It's very linear. It's very simple, and it's free. And I would encourage, if you're just starting out, it would help you build a tremendous amount of skill set for your entrepreneurial career, right? So the second option is where we encourage our partner, our student, and our lead, program to do, because it's more automated at scale. And it start off with having a paid ad, right? Running ad to a lead form, and then go to a book call, and then go to a sales call, right, which is a Zoom call. Now the problem with that is that not everyone gonna be booking a call with you, right? So you got 50% to 60% of people are not booking the call. That's when the phone script and the phone call gonna come in, right? This is what we call a discovery call or triage call, what most people like to call it. I'm just calling it, it's a phone call. It is what it is, right? And then you have message, right? LinkedIn outreach, Instagram, Facebook groups, and cold email, right? You get people to say yes to your message, right? And then you can phone them up and then get them to a book call, right? Or you can send them a direct calendar link. But like I said, not everyone gonna book on your calendar link. So then the phone call still come to play. So by having a phone call script effectively to book appointment, you're actually making sure that you squeeze every juice from the outreach effort, right? And like I said, by having a good phone call script, you can actually use it to do cold call as well, which become more of a linear process, okay? So let's get started, right? Before we'll get started, we want to go through the qualification process, right? And this is going to be integrated in the scripts, but I just want to let you know that we qualify people based on 3 points, which is affordability, decision power, and motivation. And this is bracket advanced, okay? So affordability is, you need to know that they can afford your service, right? Don't worry guys, I will integrate this to the scripts, okay? But normally this is what you ask people. What's your current revenue? Which is a direct ask,
right? And this is really depend. If you work in an industry, let's say dentist, chiropractor, all that stuff is really personal when you ask them this sort of question. That's why we'll have an indirect question, right? How many sales have you made on average for last month? It's an indirect question. It's a little bit less personal and a little bit easygoing in terms of getting the answer out of people. How big is your team? Also, a little bit less direct. It's indirect, making sure that you get the answer you want. Now, you know, the answer you get from that also indirect as well, right? So solo, you don't know how much money that they're making, but you can have an idea on, like, if they don't have a team member, they're probably making below 10-20K, right? Just generally speaking here. So decision power, right? Direct ask is, are you the decision maker? Do you have a business partner, which is indirect ask? Who is the best person to talk to when it comes to installing a system like this for your company, right? So this two question is probably the most important question that you should have in your phone call script to make sure that the next call is speaking to the right person, okay? And there's many ways to ask them, like I just giving you 3 examples each. But now this is the advanced one, right? I don't normally use this, and it's advanced because number one, you need to be an experienced salesperson on the phone to be able to pull this off, right? Even me, I'm skipping this some of the time. And number two, right? Number two, guys, you gotta have a level of trust, right? If you Mark Zuckerberg or you Elon Musk or you know Jeff Bezos, like, people know you, people know who you are. They don't need to have a funnel. They would trust you. They would happily answer any question you ask. But you and me, just a regular guy on the internet, right? If you cold calling them, I wouldn't be asking this, okay? If they gone through your funnel, they watch your video, then I probably ask this. If they seen your YouTube channel and then they book a call with you, then I probably ask this, right? But because then you probably have the authority to ask them this question. But motivation is pretty much asking how soon they want to get started. If what you shown them is a good fit, is it something that you have been wanting to do for a long time, or on a scale from 1 to 10, how soon do you want to implement something like this in your business, right? This is the sort of question that asks to get serious buyer in the pipeline, okay? So we'll show you how to do this in the VSL. We're actually doing this in the VSL using urgency and scarcity, but in a phone call, it's really quite hard to pull off. I normally skip it on my part. So the script is involving the script is really just having 2 different starting points, right? Because we're gonna do a cold call start and an outreach message start, right? On ad start, and then we're going to like the body scripts, right? Which is here. We're going to go to the body scripts, which is like the exact same scripts, right? So now a couple of housekeeping, guys. Before we starting the call, you need to know a couple of points, right? How you say things matter more than what you say. So if I give you the exact script word by word, but then when you say it, you have a little bit of anxiety or nervousness in your voice, they will pick that up, right? So instead of saying, hi, how much revenue are you doing right now? Right, that's gonna be come off very, like you would be pushing people away. But you say, all right, John, I want to know here, just so we're on the same page, how much revenue are you doing right now for the last month? How much revenue are you doing in the last 30 days, right? So if you sound easygoing, if you sound boring, just imagine if you're talking to a colleague. If you're talking to a colleague of yours, which is like in the same level as you, right? The colleague is not your boss, and the colleague is also not your employee where you actually can command them, right? How would you talk to them? That's the framework I want you to keep in mind, right? Next step is practice and repetition are key, right? You want to ask people in the community to be your role play partner. Now, if you live in a different time zone, it's very hard to find people in the right time zone. Just ask your wife, your girlfriends, whatever it is, to actually help you role play, and it would like help a lot. And actually get real market feedback, get rejection from either real estate agent or doctor on the phone. So then you know what to what to fix in your script and how you should position your tone. Now, the third step is to not get cute and clever. Now,
you don't want to be adding more stuff into this. This script has been made, refined, tested by me, and also we've been teaching this to many students that have successfully booked many appointments from the script. So don't get cute by adding more stuff or take away more stuff than it should be. Now, I'm not saying that you should not innovate on it. You should always improve your script and innovate on it. But when you're just starting out, right, before you actually can book at least 30 appointments from this script, you should not be changing it, right? You should be stick to the principle and the framework that purely in the scripts, right? The call should be 7 to 15 minutes max. If you talk longer than that, like you're talking about golf and other thing, right? Just stick to the time frame. You're talking too much, or they're talking too much, when then you should have a control of the call. If they're talking about golf or goldfish or jellyfish, you said, hey, look, just want to make sure we're on the same page here, and then you really just go back to the script, right? Don't book 3 days in advance, and in advance, and don't fight or have a rebuttal with them. Okay, so these are just housekeeping rules. So we're going to start off with the first cold calling script, right? Now, cold calling script is a little bit long than the outreach script where we're going to go here. The outreach start, it's not a script, it's actually a starting, right? It's an like starting point. We're all going through the same script anyway, right? So when you cold call people, the first thing that you hear is that the person on the other line saying, this is John from ABC, how can I help? Right? So you want to pick that up, right? Oh, is this John? Right? You say, is this John from ABC? Is that right? Say, and then they would say, yeah. And they would say, hey, it's Vico Kang. And really just sound like you're supposed to know each other, right? You're supposed to know each other. And then let a little bit of a pause or a silence, let that sink in. And they say, oh, it's Rico. Hey, how can I help? Right? A lot of them will say that. If they're not, like you could just move on to next part, which is, hey, you've been good. Look, I'm not too bad myself. They normally ask, how are you? When you actually reply. And then you want to say, so yeah, I'm calling to see if you do ideal job, right? So this is like the opportunity, the work or the job that you're going to help them generate, right? So I'm calling to see if you do teeth whitening. I'm calling to see if you do adjustment. I'm calling to see if you do residential selling in XYZ area for real estate agent, right? And then they say, yeah, of course. Well, makes sense. Like, I'm not sure if this is relevant, but we're looking for a good niche right now to help with insert your lead magnet here. So this is what it sounds like, right? Makes sense. I'm not sure if this is relevant, but we're looking for a couple of good agents right now to take on 60 to 90 appraisal on a commission-based structure. Would that be a conversation worth having, right? So you just really want to say, we're looking for a niche right now in the area where we help them with the lead magnet that you just craft in the lead magnet lesson. Now, if you haven't do that, please go ahead and watch that lesson and do the worksheet on that lesson, okay? Now, this part is very important, guys, because it's a permission, right? You literally ask them for permission to move forward. Like, if they say no in here, do not move forward with the script, right? So they say, send an email, how much does it cost? Whatever objection that you have here, we'll go through the objection at the end of the sheet, right? We'll definitely go through objection, but don't move forward unless you get a yes. It's very important that you get a yes in here, because it's actually a permission to move forward. So yeah. If they say a yes, how does it work? Like, what do you do and all that stuff? Right, they're gonna say yes, and they're gonna fire back with some question, because I've done this hundreds of times, if not thousands of times, right? Say, what? Great question, guys. We'll pretty much use our unique process to help real estate agents get 20 to 30 extra cross commission income per year that we help edit. I'm happy to walk you through the process. Just want to make sure that, is it okay if we start off with some question to make sure that this is the right fit for both of us? Now, let me explain. When they say yes, they're going to fire some question at you. You say, all right, look, great question. and you want to not neglect them, not ignoring their question. You want to give them a really brief rundown of what you do. Like what unique process mean is like just really like what we do is like an 3-step AI intervention with real estate lead, right? So you just like give your process a good nickname, that can like a good nickname, right? A good name comment, good nickname, such as like AI systems, or we personally just like we use a 3-step lead generation process for real estate agents in your area, and we help them get 20 to 30 K per month worth of revenue by generating like extra appraisal for them. I'm happy to walk you through the detail, and then really you just have to craft this out, right? And making sure that it sounds simple, it sounds unique, and it's not confusing, right? Now, we're gonna finish this one off with like, can I ask you some question, right? I'll restart, right? We're gonna start from the beginning again. But this is for like email, LinkedIn, Instagram, and ads and all that stuff, right? Now, the script is a lot shorter, obviously, because you got to say less, because you put the work up front, right? Cold calling, you literally can just pick up the phone and do it. Because this one, they would just reply yes to you on email, LinkedIn, or whatnot. So the script, they would know exactly what this call is about. That's why the script is a lot shorter. So you say, hey, it's John from ABC. Hey, it's Vico Kang. How you been? All right. Is my name ring any bell? Now, whether they say yes or no, it doesn't really matter. At this stage, you said, hey, look, we'll briefly chat on email about getting 60 to 90 appraisal inquiry in next coming month guarantee. So this is just your lead magnet, right? Just input your lead magnet here. So this is just an example, guy, right? So you have to fill in your lead magnet in here, right? About this guarantee. Is now a good time to chat? It will be 7-minute max. And again, this is the permission. Do not move forward until you get a yes, right? So if they say, look, I'm busy, the customer is walking indoor, say, right, I'll just call you later, right? You need to get a yes. You need to get a yes for this to work, okay? So do not move on until you get a yes. Hopefully I said that enough in this course, in this lesson. Amazing. So is it okay if we can start off with some questions so we know that it's the right fit for both of us? Okay. Again, we want to frame it like, the reason why we want to say this is that we want to frame it like, I'm not here to sell you anything. Most sales guy on the phone will just say, look, I'm calling you because we have this huge opportunity and we got something to sell you. Right? You're going to be different. You say, hey, look, I'm going to ask you some questions to make sure that this is a fit for both of us. Okay. And then we move on to the body, which is the probing. Now, the probing is very important. It's actually the main part of this call, right? It's actually able to identify their problem. And this part will take time to get, right? So you need practice. You need to talk with a lot of agents to get this right? And this is not linear because everyone will answer this differently. But the point of the call is to pull something, like to pull a problem from them, so then you can book them into the next call by saying you can help them solve that problem, right? Now, if they're saying, look, I'm good, I don't have any problem, there's a way to actually get them to reveal. Every business owner have a problem, right? Every business owner have, even a billionaire who make $1 billion a month still have a problem, right? What that means is that as long as they have a goal, they have a gap, right? They have a goal to where they want to be, they always have a gap, and that gap is the problem, right? So I'm sure as hell, if you meet Elon Musk, which is a billionaire, or Jeff Bezos, right? There's something that they need help with. That's why they keep recruiting new people in their business, right? That's why they keep paying for consulting and all that stuff. So, all right. So you start off with, just curious here, what are you doing right now for ideal work? What are you doing right now to generate more real estate appraisal in your business? What are you doing right now to generate more teeth whitening work in your clinic, right? Whatever that they say, it doesn't really matter. You have to like take note as well. You said, how is that working out? How is that working out, right? How is that working out? It's a very important question because there's only two things that they can say, which is good or bad, right? When they say it's good, it's normally a defense mechanism, right? It's really a defense mechanism. So what I say is that if this is the case, you want to ask them, what do you mean? Like, break down the number. For example, if they say, we're just doing door knockings and letterbox drops and all that stuff, I say, how's that working out? It's good. It's good, right? So, okay, what do you mean by good, John? Okay, then let them speak. If they very defensive and then they don't give a lot, I would say, all right, sure. Like, how many lead do you get last month from door knockings and letterbox drops, right? How many of them turn to appointment and then which later on turn to sales, right? After you ask this, just watch it fall apart, because when they get to like the detail, right, the nitty and gritty, they either number one, don't even know what good is, and number two, they don't even have a tracking system in place. They don't, oh, I don't track that. That, if they don't track that, that itself is the problem, guys, right? And if they say it's good, and then they say, all right, I got like 6 last month. And I was like, 6, really? We help people get 60 in the last month. And then just like watch them realize that what they think is good is not really good, right? So, yeah, sometimes I also say like, if it's good, like what could you do better if you can, right? What could be better in your current system? That's another way to do the good one as well. But I normally just go straight to the detail and ask them about the number. That's when actually it all fall apart, which then reveal the problem, all right? So really, I would go down that road. So if they say bad, it's really easy, guys. If they say like bad, they just really handing the problem to you, right? They really silver plating the problem to you guys. So they, right, I will do door knockings and all that stuff. How's that working out? It's not good, not bad. Sorry, it's not good. It's actually very bad. I would say, what do you mean by bad, right? Oh, like people are just shoving the door in my face. Shoving the door in your face? Really, just repeating the last word. It's called the mirroring effect, right? Like the mirroring effect, like shoving the door in your face. Have you tried anything else? You can also, have you tried anything else? Really? And what you want to do is every time that you go deeper and deeper to what they just say, you take note into your pen and notepad or pen and paper, right? And that is going to be your leverage point. That's going to be like your key. That's going to be your key point to your presentation and to the booking call, right? So which will move on to the next stage, right? The booking call, right? By this point, you should discover their primary pain point, right? Again, they should have a pain point, whether they answer good or bad, okay? And you say, well, look, I appreciate you giving me some context for your business. I think we probably can help you here. Would you like me to go through some of the detail? And all right. So this is where you actually begin to close, right? You actually close them. And by the way, guys, just like a little bit here, by asking all this question, we actually qualify them on the affordability, right? If you haven't noticed, right? We qualify them based on how many sales they making, how many appointments they getting, all that stuff. So we really, this stage, we actually discover this pain point, number one. Number two, we actually qualify them on their affordability. If they like making 0 sales and they driving taxi part-time, for us, right, we're not accepting this guy to the next call, right? We just see the trends of real estate agent part-time, taxi driver part-time, making no sale in the last 3 months. Right? You're not coming to the next call, right? Because you can't afford our service, right? So this is a qualification process as well as a probing process, right? Anyway, come back here. Sure, definitely. So we specialize in helping local niche like you by using our unique system, which allow them to get specific result in time frame. For example, one of our agents in Harcourt just make like 10x worth of sales from our campaign, right? Or one of our agents in LJ Hooker just makes like 70 grand from our campaign, right? You can also use our testimonial if you want to use it, if you want to borrow our testimonial to do it, it makes sense. Now, if you're a beginner here, you can actually go ahead and skip this part, right? This part is not necessary to put example here. So what that sound like, guys, is that we specialize in helping real estate agents in Sydney like you by using our 3-step AI lead generation process, right? Which is a unique process, right? It could be anything, guys. Use ChatGPT to help you generate more idea, right? Which allow them to get specific, which allow them to add 10 to 20K per month worth of extra cross commission income, GCI, in the next 90 days. For example, our real estate agent in like one of the agent in Harcourt that we work with just add 22K in the last 14 days in their cross commission income. So does that make sense? Right? You go like, does that make sense? Right? And you say, yeah. And then if they have any other question, just really vaguely answer that. Like after they ask, like, don't go into detail, but this is probably the most you give them. But what you want to say is that you really want to close with this. All right? This is probably like the main point. Just gonna highlight. You really want to close with this. Yeah, haha. Yeah, haha. I love it that this intrigued you, right? Honestly, it's a little bit hard to explain over the phone. How about we schedule a 20 to 30 minute Zoom? Like, how about we schedule a 20-minute Zoom call where I go over this in detail, right? Where you can actually see me and I can see you, possibly a demo on how the system can help you. And then I got a 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. tomorrow, which work better for you. Now, the reason, like, this is really powerful, guys, right? Because this sentence alone, right, actually do a lot of things. Number one, you acknowledge that you actually like pat them in their back, say, hey, you're actually very good for actually showing interest in this, for fixing your problem. Like you're a good business owner, good job. So like it's a positive reinforcement, right? Number one. Number two, you want to frame it like, right, this is like a bit hard to tell you over the phone, because like I probably need to show you. Why don't I show you instead of telling you? Instead of telling you, I show you instead. So that's why like a little bit hard to tell you over the phone. How about we schedule a Zoom call where we can show you instead? So instead of telling you, I'm going to show you instead. Hopefully that makes sense. And at the end, we're going to give you a assumption close. What that means, instead of saying, do you want this? Instead of getting a yes or no, we're asking, do you want it in red or blue? So we assume that they already want it. So this is an assumption close, right? So instead of getting a yes or no, we're giving them an option, A or B, all right? So this is really powerful. That's why I'm going to go ahead and highlight this, and you want to close it this, okay? So, and then you want to schedule it. Once you schedule it, you want to actually, instead of saying goodbye and let them go, you want to add this, okay? This is very, very powerful again. Say, hey, look, I got you booked in. The best part about this is that between now and our call, one of my assistants will send you all of the info that you need to chew on in the meantime. Now, this is a slang for Australia. Chew on is like Australian slang. It would be highly appreciated if you review it before our call so we can get straight to the point. Sounds good? So then, you know, just make sure that the more that they see you, the more that they read about you, the higher chance you're going to close in the next call, okay? And then they say yes. Look, and if you just... All right, if you're just a complete beginner, just skip this part, right? So basically what I normally do after I tell them that we're going to send them our testimonial. And by the way, guys, this is just a white lie. If you don't have an assistant, you just like say, I have an assistant. It makes you sound professional. It makes you sound big, right? But normally, what I say here is that now for a quick final question here, is there any business partner involved in this decision-making process when it comes to putting a system like this, right? So what I'm like, this is another qualified question that to make sure that they are the decision maker, right? So I normally skip the other qualification process, which is the motivation, because sometimes it can be messy with real estate agent, right? Real estate agents get called all the time. They really picky with their time, so that's why I just skip the motivation part. But I'm gonna add the qualification process at the end after I ask them to watch the testimonial, right? But you can add it anywhere in the scripts, up to you. Now, what I'm saying is that if you're a beginner, please skip this part, because you want to speak to anyone at this stage, to know the marketplace and to actually practice, to do market research and to practice. You can like, yeah, you can go ahead and skip this part, but like eventually you need to actually ask people this, like, are you the decision maker, right? When you actually start to value your time more. Okay, so now let's get to the objection part, which is the last part of this video. First thing first, guys, never fight with them, never have never rebuttal with them. You either want to be rich or you want to be right. Pick one. Okay, so the most common 3 objection is that send me an email, I don't have time to talk with you, I'm too busy right now, or no thanks, I'm not interested, right? So we're going to start off with send me an email. Okay, again, we want to follow our rule, never fight with them. So we want to agree. Okay, so even if you're not going to send them an email, even if you don't plan to send them an email, just say this anyway. Okay, just say, well, absolutely, I was going to do that anyway after the call. Just since we're on the since we're on the call already, is it okay if I, and then continue where you left off, right? Is it okay if I like ask you if you're like the right decision maker for this business? Right? Or is it okay if I ask you like, what are you doing right now in terms of getting more appraisal in your door? Right? So this is like, really, this is like what we call a agree and then go back. Like, it's called a straight line process by Jordan Belfort, right? So you want to agree, like, so basically when they said send me an email, they try to divert you to another direction. And you're gonna use this script and you're gonna revert back to your original straight line process. Okay, so you said you want to come back to where you left off, right? Or the other one, you said, absolutely, I was gonna do that I'm gonna do exactly that after the call, but since we're already on the call, what information, like what do you want to look at so I can send you the right material, right? And then they say, oh, I want to look at the pricings and all that stuff. Sure, no worry. Like, here's the thing, John. We have different pricing, and it's hard for me to actually send you the right pricing, and we have different level of service. Hopefully that makes sense. So is that okay if I ask you some questions first so I can send you the right pricing? So you want to revert back to the scripts, and this will take time to get right, guys. So you want to revert back to the scripts by using their concern. Right? If they want to know about the pricing, you said, let me ask you some questions so I can pick the right pricing for you. Okay. If they say they want to know more about the process, sure. Like, I'm happy to explain to you about the process, but is it okay if we just went through some questions to make sure like everything is a good fit, right? Like before we even continue, like to make sure like that this system even helped you in the first place. So we're not wasting your time, right, Jenny? So you want to do it through that frame. Make sense? When like the next objection is like, I don't have time to talk, I'm too busy, whatever. First of all, you should not get this objection if you follow the script, since it asks for permission to talk. That's why in the beginning of this lesson, I'm telling you guys it's very important to get a yes in the permission, right? To move on, because if you don't get a yes, you're gonna encounter like this at the end of the call where they are too busy, right? This one is a hard one, right? No thanks, I'm not interested, right? What you say is amazing, no pressure. So we're on the same page here. Just so we're on the same page, we're about to reassure you. We're about to what you want to say here is that you want to say amazing, no pressure. So just so we're on the same page, if we were to and reassure your lead magnet here once more here and emphasize the risk reversal guarantee, this is not of a slight interest to you, right? If we were to give you 90 appraisal in the next 90 days, right, or your money back guarantee, that's not a slight interest to you, right? You really want to like emphasize the guarantee and the risk reversal here, right? Or the other one, you can go like, sure man, appreciate honesty. Do you happen to know any real estate agent in your network who might interested in something like this? I would try the first one first, and then if they keep saying no, I would go to the second one, right? And the second one, the second script is more like, hey, look, I get you, you're not interested, even though I emphasize on the risk reversal, like, and really just ask for any referral, see if they have anyone in their network that might be interested in like your lead magnet, right, might be interested in your lead magnet, right? Your lead magnet. Okay. So now the worksheet here, guys. File, make a copy of this sheet, right? Fill in the variable, fill in the variable in the sheet, right? Which is like this custom field here, right? This is the variable, right? Continue, sorry, not that one. Like this is, right, the variable here. Niche, unique system, and make it a word-by-word scripts so that you're not gonna fall out on a phone call, right? Find a role play partner, use a script with real people, get rejected, get accepted, get booked, and record it and share with the group if you're in our lead, right? This is for our lead member only, where we actually gonna help you review all of the call and help you fast track this process, right? This is very important, guys. If you can't do it, if you don't want to do it, hand in the badge and go drive Uber or get a job. It's very important that you know how to do this before hiring your next appointment setter, because if you don't know how to do this, you can't hire an appointment setter, right? So you need to be able to do this. Very important. That's why I spent some time on this video and giving you everything that I need to know, everything that you need to make sure that you succeed in this. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next one. Hello?
Hello, it's Thomas from McGraw. How are you?
Thomas, it's Vico, man. How you been? Vico Kang?
Who's this?
Vico Kang?
Vico.
Hey, how you been, man?
Yeah, how are you? How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Are you driving or something, bro? It's a little bit hard to hear you. Are you standing?
No, I'm in the office. Just a bad reception.
Oh, nice, man. I saw you on Facebook, Thomas, and I'm just wondering, do you do like residential sales? Like you do appraisal and all that stuff?
Yes, of course.
Oh, that's great, man. Cause right now we're kind of looking for.
Is that your Vico, is it?
Yeah.
VI.
CO.
Oh, Vico, yes, of course. I do appraisal, yes.
Yeah. That's good.
Where do you live, Vico?
I'm actually in Adelaide, so I'm actually not in Sydney right now. But we're actually looking for a partner in Sydney, man. We're looking for good agents who can take on some more appraisal inquiry. Not sure if you're that guy. So
Of course.
okay, I'll give you a quick rundown, man. We pretty much partner up with local agents like yourself, like LJ Hooker, Harcourt, Century 21, and we use a little bit of AI technologies and social to help them add 100K worth of GCIs in their pockets. That's what we do, man. Would that be a conversation worth having?
Yeah, of course.
That's great.
Absolutely.
That's great. So, is that okay, man? If we like, I'm not sure if you got 5-7 minutes here. If we spend some time, ask you some basic questions, just want to make sure that what we have here can really help both of us.
It's probably best to call me tomorrow because I'm just about to step in the meeting.
Oh man. Oh, that's yeah. It's just like 5 minutes. You're not gonna get that.
Yeah. Because meeting's starting in about 1. Unfortunately, I don't want to be rude and cut you off.
Nah, it's all good, man. I'll just call you tomorrow. Yeah. I'll keep in touch tomorrow. Whoops. It was he's very receptive, but yeah. I would definitely pencil that in and call him tomorrow. Yep. What I should do is I should have booked him a call for tomorrow and actually make that a Zoom call. That's what I should do. That's what I should have done.
Hello.
Hello, is this Nathan?
Hello. Yes, how you going?
Hey, I'm not too bad, man. It's Vico Kang. Did you have a good Easter?
Yeah, I had a great Easter, mate. Yourself?
Not too bad. It's actually pretty fun. Are you back to work? Are you back on the ground yet, man, or are you still enjoying the holiday?
No. Working away. Absolutely.
All right, man. Quickly, I think I saw you somewhere on Facebook, Nathan. You've been posting quite a lot. Just wondering, like, do you do residential listing? Like, you do residential sales?
Yes, correct.
That's great. That's great, man. So we're basically looking for a partner right now, in your area in Sydney, to take on around 60 to 90 extra appraisal inquiry. Are you like the right guy to talk?
What's your source of like, how do you go out to get those inquiries and that information?
Great question. I was gonna actually tell you that.
Yeah, man.
So we pretty much work with local real estate agent, man, like Hardcore, LJ Hooker, Century 21, and we use a little bit of AI and social to target people in your surrounded postcode, and we'll pretty much send those inquiry to you, being qualified by an AI first. That's pretty much what we do, man. You feel like this is a conversation worth having, Nathan?
Probably, I'd like just not to waste your time. I've already got a lot going. Like, I'm already spending a lot of money already on call companies, social media, and driving to those appraisals per week. So yeah, I probably am okay for the moment, to be honest with you.
No worry, man. So what? I didn't quite catch that. You're saying you spend some money on cold calling and social media? Is that what you're saying?
Oops, sorry, mate. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Did you catch what I?
Yeah, so thank you very much. Thank you very much, mate. I just went to the car, so I missed a little bit of that. But yeah, thank you very much for asking. And yeah, keep in touch.
Okay, no worry, man. So you can't take on more work right now. That's cool. We don't wanna, I guess, like shove anything down your throat. Like you can't take on any more.
Oh, mate, it's everything costs money, mate. Everything costs money.
Yeah, but it just is you're happy with the current setup you have right now? What I can't really catch what you said. You said cold calling and social media, is that right?
No, not cold calling and social media. Tools that are supplied by me, the list, to manage my database, and also social media, also letterbox jobs. Also, we sponsor a lot of places as well. So yeah, we've got a lot going on already.
Okay, I guess the main question here is that, you know, are you happy with the return that getting you? Do you know what I mean? Are you happy?
Well, look, mate, if you can provide me with a case study, or more than one case study, multiple case studies of appraisals, cost appraisals, and then return, and then like the listings then made out of that, basically the results of that, the clear results that you've had, and how you get it, I'm always open to looking at it.
Okay. Look, mate, let's just say it. We got multiple, not just single, case study from different people from Ray White, Hardcode, Century 21 that make 10, 20x with us, right? 10, 20x ROI, return of investments. And the best part is we're rolling out something right now exclusively for agents in Sydney, right? Only in Sydney, where we're actually going to structure them on a commission basis, right? And this is by using social and AI, right? So only top 1% of agents actually doing this right now in Australia. So not just that we have the result to back it up, but we're going to have a commission base where you win, we win, creating a win-win situation. So if this is something that you want to have a look at, man, I got a slot open on Friday afternoon.
Like I said, yeah, so like I said, what's the company name that you work for?
Oh, it's my own company, man. It's called Vocalize. It's my own company.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, again, I'm interested. Obviously, I'm not. I don't want to falsely commit to you, but yeah, if you can show me some substantial reasons to break what I'm already doing, then I'm obviously interested.
Yeah, I get that, man. You probably got call like this all the time. What I'm saying right now is you don't need to commit to anything. What I'm saying, come, like if you got slot for Friday afternoon, this Friday, the 5th of April. We can jump on a 30-minute Zoom call. I'll show you the setup, I'll show you the result, and feel free to say no anytime, and we'll just remain as Facebook friends, and then we'll go from there, right? And between now and Friday afternoon, I'll send you all the case study that you want to see. How's that sound?
Yeah, done. And also the contacts that you're using in the companies, all that sort of stuff, because what I always do with all this sort of stuff before I started, I'll call up the companies that you're doing work with, like just as a good investment, right?
Sure.
And go, okay, like how's it going for you guys? You know, and just references. Like I want to be upfront about that. I don't want to like look like I'm going behind your back checking it. That's what I'll do. You know, and if it all stacks up, yeah, I'm open.
Mate, we even sent you the number if you want. We'll send you the number of, like, we only exclusively work with Australian agents, and we're based in Australia ourselves. So I'm telling you, the technology we're rolling out, only 0.1% of agents is doing it, because we're using AI, an actual AI conversation that's actually qualified lead for you. Anyway, man, I'll send you what you need to, I send you all the detail. How is Friday? Let me check. How is Friday afternoon, 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Sydney time work for you? I'm booked out all morning.
Yep, good. Can you do 4:15?
Could we do 3:30? Like at least not 3:30.
No, I'm sort of I'm stuck from 10 till 3. Well, my last appointment starts at 3, and I just don't want to call you and tell you I'm running late. So if I allow it to be like 4:15, then I should be on time. That's all.
4:15. Could you do 6 just in case? If you do 6 o'clock, like, is that still late for you, or are you still like back home?
Well, I've got the kids. I've got to go home, pick the kids up, do all that sort of stuff.
All right, let's do 4:15. Let's do 4:15 then. I'll move some stuff around.
Yeah, done.
All right, just let me know, just confirm like the day before or the morning on that day, so we know, because we're moving a few stuff around to keep this happen, right? And then that would be highly appreciated.
And if I can get there early for 4 o'clock, I'll let you know definitely. I'll text you at 3:30 if I'm early.
All right, thanks, mate. I'll see you on Friday afternoon. I'll send you a calendar invites and everything. Just making sure I had the right email here. This is the one you have on Facebook, right? It's your name at macrats.com.au. Is that right?
Correct.
All right. Thanks. I'll send you all the info, and I'll see you on Friday afternoon.
Sounds great. Thanks, mate.
Thanks. Bye. Boom. That was completely cold call. He doesn't know me. First time we spoke. Hopefully, guys, I use the scripts. Obviously, you could see here, I didn't go like read all of the script word by word, and that's not what you should do, right? You shouldn't read the script word by word. Is that because I make the script, I know the script off by my heart. I just go with the frame of it. It's the confidence, the energy, the tonality. And trust me, guys, when I'm just starting out, I don't have this. I done it thousands of times to get to this level. So go get it. It's free, and it's beginner friendly, and it's gonna help you build your sales skill, close more deal by just doing cold calling, right? And learning how to do persuasion and all that stuff. Right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Hey guys, if you enjoy watching the video, make sure that you're also checking out this content right there.